Because of nations closing borders and not allowing tourists to visit, aviation was greatly affected. Most airlines only provide limited services and have cancelled most of the flights. In this video, let's review the limited services provided by 50 different airlines and see which airlines are the most affected. Before this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Let's start. Qatar Airways will increase capacity and will operate to 60 more major destinations, including Paris and London to get people home. Qatar will also operate in a larger planes to 12 destinations. Singapore Airlines cut 96% capacity and have left only 9 aircraft for operation. ANA has suspended most of their flights and has reduced them. ANA also postponed some route launches, like Milan and San Jose. Cathay Pacific operates 3 flights per week to 12 destinations: London Heathrow, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Tokyo Narita, Taipei, New Delhi, Bangkok, Jakarta, Manila, Ho Chi Minh City, Singapore and Sydney. Emirates temporarily suspends all flights because of government policies. EVA Air will still operate to some destinations, like Amsterdam, Vienna, Hong Kong and London. Hainan Airlines has suspended almost all international flights temporarily, but will still operate to some destinations. Qantas suspends all international flights until at least the 31st of May, grounded all of their 747, A380, 787 and cut 50% domestic flights until the end of May. Lufthansa will maintain some flights to Europe, America, Asia and Africa and ground 150 planes. Thai Airways will still operate to some major destinations but will suspend most of the international flights. Japan Airlines has cancelled flights to Europe and America before the 29th of March, but after the 29th of March, Japan Airlines will operate limited flights to North America and Europe. Garuda Indonesia will start to operate all flights to and from Yogyakarta International Airport in the 29th of March. Swiss Air has suspended most of their international flights to and from Swiss, and fly to Newark and 8 other European cities only. For Genova, Swiss Air will fly to 4 European destinations. Norwegian will cancel 85% of their flights and will only fly domestically between Norway. Air Austrian has temporarily suspended all regular flight operations starting Wednesday night, the 18th of March. Air New Zealand cancel most of their flights to and from Hong Kong, Bali, Tokyo Narita and more other destinations but will fly to some major cities and some domestic flights. KLM plans to fly to 25 international and 32 European destinations using 777 and 787, including Atlanta, Abu Dhabi, Bangkok, Delhi, Hong Kong, Seoul Incheon, New York JFK, Osaka, Singapore, Tokyo Narita and 15 more. Their 747 will also retire earlier than scheduled. British Airways has cut 75% capacity and expect demand to remain weak until well into the summer. China Airlines cancel most of its international flights but still operates to some destinations. AirAsia will cancel some flights but will still maintain limited flights to some destinations. Virgin Atlantic reduced daily flights by 80% by the 26th of March and the London Heathrow to Newark route to be axed immediately and asked staff to take 8 weeks of unpaid leave. Also, they conclude a 340 operation sooner than planned. Aeroflot will still operate flights to some Europe cities and major cities like Bangkok, New York and Minsk, but will temporarily suspend most of the flights. Air France will continue to operate scheduled flights to some cities like Amsterdam, Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, New York and Montreal, but will reduce flight frequencies. Hong Kong Airlines will still operate some routes limitedly but will cancel most of their flights and grounded some of their fleet. Iberia, a company owned by British Airways, will also cut 75% of their capacity. Turkish Airlines reduced destination to 5, including Hong Kong, Addis Ababa, Moscow, New York JFK and Washington DC. Asiana will suspend most of their international flights and domestic flights, like routes to Hanoi, Cebu, Lisbon, Osaka and Istanbul. Etihad will temporarily suspend all flights to and from Abu Dhabi for 2 weeks from the 25th of March. Air Canada still operates some major destinations, but will reduce flight frequency. Finnair will still operate domestic flights and European flights limitedly. For intercontinental flights, Finnair will only fly to Tokyo Narita. Cathay Dragon will operate 3 flights per week to Beijing, Shanghai Pudong and Kuala Lumpur. Air China suspends all flights, including international and regional flights, pet transportation services, including pets as checked baggage, and guide dogs, hearing dogs and emotional support dogs carried as passengers. Korean Air has cancelled most of their flights, even those to Europe and North America because of different restrictions. Malaysia Airlines will suspend most of their flights, but will have limited flights to some major destinations like London. EasyJet would continue to operate flights between Europe to repatriate passengers, but will also be cutting operations further. Delta plans to cut 70% of their capacity and ground 2/3 of their fleet, which means about 600 aircrafts. Oman Air suspends flights to China, Iran, Italy, Jordan, Kenya, Kuwait, Morocco, Saudi Arabia and some other destinations until further notice. Not Polish Airlines will cancel all flights from the 29th of March to the 11th of April temporarily. Fiji Airways will suspend all international flights temporarily. South African Airways suspends all domestic flights until the 16th of April because of national lockdown. They will also suspend all international flights until the 31st of May. Hong Kong Express will stop all commercial flights until the 1st of May. Ryanair will ground most of their fleet. For April and May, Ryanair expects to reduce its seat capacity up to 80%. Scandinavian Airlines halted most of their traffic since Monday the 16th of March, and will continue to fly domestic in Norway, Sweden and intra-Scandinavian routes, but most flights will be grounded. United will continue flying 6 daily operations and from the following destinations: Frankfurt, London, Tel Aviv, São Paulo, Tokyo Narita, Sydney. American Airlines will operate passenger aircraft for cargo-only flight because of declining passengers. Hawaiian Airlines will suspend all non-essential long-haul service starting from the 26th of March but will continue to fly between Hawaii Islands and US mainland. China Eastern cancel about 70% of their flights and are starting to restore international and domestic flights. China Southern also cancel about 70% of their flights, and remain scheduled about 1,000 daily flights, including domestic route. TAP Portugal will only fly to São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Newark, Boston, Toronto, Miami, some Europe destinations and domestic flight limitedly. Saudia suspends all international flights starting from the 15th of March. It may not be the most accurate, but I hope these information can help you. Stay safe. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. These likes and subscribers will allow me to reach a bigger audience in the YouTube algorithm. See you next time.